Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about the structure of ovum or oocyte, menstrual cycle and the fertilization and menarche and menopause etc. So now students, let me tell you about the structure of ovum and oocyte. Ovum or oocyte. So what is ovum? Ovum is the haploid gamete which on fertilization develops into a multicellular organism. Okay. Now size. Size of ovum varies in different animals. It also depends on the amount of yolk. Largest egg is that of ostrich, about 170 into 135 mm. Human egg measures up to 100 micrometer. Okay. Now structure. Mammalian ovum is spherical or ovoid and non-motile. It is allocecal, that is, it is devoid of yolk but has abundant cytoplasm and a centrally located nucleus. Next, the ovum is surrounded by a transparent non-cellular layer called zona pellucida and an outer thick corona radiata formed of follicular cells. Between the cell membrane, the zona pellucida is the perivitelline space. Sorry students, between the cell membrane and zona pellucida is the perivitelline space. Okay. Now next, the ovum shows polarity. The side which extrudes polar bodies is called animal pole and the pole opposite to animal pole is called vegetal pole. Okay. Now here it is the diagram of an ovum surrounded by few sperm. Okay, this is the nucleus and this layer is known as zona pellucida. Next, the cells. Here it is the cells of corona radiata and this is the perivitelline space. Okay, so this diagram represents an ovum surrounded by a few sperm. Okay, now next, menstrual cycle. The reproductive cycle in female primates, such as monkeys, apes and humans is called menstrual cycle. In a human female, sexual cycle begins when a girl attains puberty. Menstruation is repeated at an average interval of 28 or 29 days. Okay. Now next, in the middle of each cycle, one ovum is released from either of the two ovaries. The cycle of events starting from one menstruation to the next is called menstrual cycle. It can be divided into 4 phases. Okay. First phase is menstrual phase. Menstrual phase marks the beginning of menstrual phase marks the beginning of menstrual cycle. It is characterized by menstrual flow and lasts for 3 to 5 days. Okay. Menstrual flow occurs due to breakdown of endometrial lining of uterus and its blood vessels. Therefore, menstrual fluid contains blood cells of endometrial lining and unfertilized ovum. Now next, this second phase. The second phase is follicular phase or proliferative phase. Okay. So now, follicular phase extends from 6th day to 13th day of the menstrual cycle. It is characterized by following parts or following events. Number 1, primary follicle in the ovary grows into a fully mature Graafian follicle. Next, endometrium of uterine wall regenerates and ruptured blood vessel and repaired. Next, the endometrium and its uterine glands grow by tissue proliferation. Hence, the follicular phase is also called proliferative phase. Now next, The changes during follicular phase are controlled by the estrogen secreted by the ovary and follicle cells of maturing Graafian follicle. Now, the level of estrogen is maximum during follicular phase and is maintained by FSH of anterior pituitary. By the end of this phase, endometrium become 2 to 3 mm thick and the endometrial glands become coiled and corkscrew shaped. The arterioles in uterine wall also grow longer and branched, making the endometrium highly vascular. Now next, next phase is ovulatory phase. LH and FSH levels peak on the 14th day of menstrual cycle. The maximum level of LH, that means luteinizing hormone during mid-cycle, that is on 14th day, is called LH surge. It induces rupture of Graafian follicle and release of ovum. Now next phase is, or last phase is, luteal or secretory phase. The period that follows ovulation is called luteal phase. During this phase, cells of ruptured Graafian follicle enlarge and form golden colored corpus luteum. It grows for about 7 days and secretes progesterone. The level of progesterone is controlled by LH. In case ovum is not fertilized, corpus luteum degenerates into a white mass, corpus albicans. This lowers the level of progesterone in blood. Now next, in case the egg is fertilized, progesterone further prepares and uterus for anticipated pregnancy. So, in case the egg is fertilized, progesterone further prepares the uterus for anticipated pregnancy. Okay. Now, the uterine endometrium thickens further up to 4 to 5 mm. The uterine glands increase and become more corkscrew shaped. These begin to secrete a fluid in the uterus for nourishing the developing egg. The uterus is ready for implantation of the embryo. Progesterone also inhibits further follicular maturation. Now next feature is, this phase is called luteal phase because corpus luteum is formed and is functional only during this phase. It is also called progesterone phase because progesterone level is at the highest during this phase. The name secretory phase is given because during this phase, uterine wall secretes some nutritious fluid in the uterus. The duration of this phase is constant almost, and it is lasting for 14 days, that is from 15 to 28 days of this cycle. Okay. Now here it is a diagram or graphical representation of role of different hormones during menstrual cycle. Okay. Now it is a human menstrual cycle, 28 days. First, menstrual phase from 1st to 5 day. Okay. Now next, follicular phase. This is the proliferative phase. Increase in FSH, LH and estrogen. Follicle develop from 6th to 13th day. Now next, our third phase is ovulatory phase. Here LH and FSH surge, oocyte release on 14th day. Okay. The last phase is luteal phase. Progesterone high, corpus luteum develops from 15th to 21st day. Now progesterone will withdrawn, luteal regression on 28th day. So this is the role of hormone during menstrual cycle. So here it is a graphical yes, it is the graphical representation of human menstrual cycle. Now next, Next is hormonal control of cyclic changes in ovaries and uterus during menstrual cycle. Cyclic changes in the ovary and uterus during menstrual cycle are under the control of three sets of hormone. First, ovarian hormones, estrogen and progesterone, whose secretion is under control of gonads. Second, gonadotropic hormone, LH and FSH, are secreted by anterior pituitary gland. They control secretion of ovarian hormones and gonadotropin releasing hormone, that is GnRH. Gonadotropin releasing hormone. These hormones are luteinizing hormone releasing hormone, that means LHRH, and follicle stimulating hormone releasing hormone, that is FSHRH. Now next, during menstrual phase, the level of estrogens and progesterone falls considerably. This induces adenohypophysis to secrete FSH and LH. Next, increased level of FSH during early postmenstrual phase or follicular phase stimulates one or more primary ovarian follicles to start growing. It also stimulates follicle cells to secrete estrogens. The level of estrogen in blood increase gradually for a few days and is at its peak on 14th day of the cycle. Okay. The estrogen surge reduces FSH secretion, and this in turn introduces LH surge within 12 hours, that is on 13th day of menstrual cycle. LH level in blood is at its peak. FSH and LH act as synergists. Next, LH causes ovulation. LH is also called ovulating hormone and formation of corpus luteum. Okay. Now here it is a diagram or graphic representation of hormonal control of female reproductive system. Here it is the hypothalamus that secrete GnRH, which stimulate anterior lobe of pituitary, and this secretes FSH and LH, which stimulate ovary, which secrete estrogen, and after that progesterone, which acts on uterus. Okay. Now this portion shows the negative feedback and it is the positive feedback. Okay. So here it is the overall structure of hormonal control of female reproductive system. Now students, let me tell you about the menarche and menopause. Okay. So now what is menarche? So now students, what is menarche? And menopause. Menarche or menopause. So what is menarche? On attaining puberty, the appearance of the first menstrual flow in the life of a girl is called menarche. It occurs at the age of 11 to 13 years. So again, what is menarche? On attaining puberty, okay, the appearance appearance of the first menstrual flow in the life of a girl is called menarche. Okay. Now next, what is menopause? What is menopause? The permanent stoppage of menstrual cycle. The permanent stoppage of menstrual cycle in a woman is called menopause. The menopause normally occurs between the age of 45 and 50 years. During menopause, the primordial follicle of the ovary fails to respond to the pituitary gonadotropin, so that Raphael follicle do not develop, ovulation doesn't take place, and the woman doesn't attain pregnancy after coitus. Okay. So, what is menopause? The permanent stoppage of menstrual cycle in a woman is called menopause. Sorry students, it's called menopause. Okay. Now next, the features of menopause are: the menopause normally occurs between the menopause normally occurs between the age of 45 and 50 years. 45 to 50 years. Okay. Next, during menopause, the primordial follicle of the ovary fails to respond to the pituitary gonadotropins. To the pituitary gonadotropins. that Graafian follicles do not develop ovulation does not take place and the woman does not attain pregnancy after menopause. Okay, so now students, in my next video I will discuss the process of fertilization. So now, bye students.